All right, let's dive into one of the most controversial and maybe one of the most misunderstood ideas from Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. We're talking about law number 2, and it's a lesson that really challenges our most basic instincts about who we can and can't trust.
So let me just ask you this straight up. When the chips are down, when something really matters, who are you putting your trust in? A close friend you've known for years or a former rival? Now I know most of us would immediately say the friend, of course. But according to this law, that gut reaction could be a huge mistake.
And here's the core of the argument, laid out plain and simple. On one side, you have a friend. Their loyalty? Well, it's often messy. It gets tangled up with jealousy, with the expectation of special treatment, because emotion is mixed in with everything. But an enemy? They come to the table with a clean slate. They have everything to prove, expect nothing, and know they'll be judged on one thing and one thing only: how well they perform.
Okay, so let's dig into that first part. Why on earth can relying on a friend be so risky when things like power or money get involved? It's pretty simple, actually. That comfort you feel can turn into conflict before you even know what's happening.
Just picture this for a second. You've finally launched that dream business you've been talking about for years. You're pumped, and you decide to bring your closest friends along for the ride, putting them in key roles.
And in the beginning, it's incredible, right? The energy's fantastic. You guys communicate without even trying. You're all on the same team, pushing for the same goal. It feels like you've cracked the code.
But then, the very things that make the friendship great, that comfort, that familiarity, all that shared history, they start to become liabilities. The line between being the boss and being a friend gets all blurry, and suddenly professional standards start to slide. This is what you could call the friendship trap. Your friend starts to expect a few special favors. They don't take the rules as seriously as everyone else. And when you have to give them some professional feedback, they don't hear a boss trying to improve the business. They hear a friend personally attacking them. Worst of all, as you start to succeed, a quiet jealousy can creep in and just poison everything.
Now for the part that sounds completely backward, the advantage of hiring an enemy. How is it possible that someone who used to be against you could become one of your most loyal allies?
It all comes down to this single idea. A friend feels like their loyalty is just a given. It's part of the package. But a former enemy? They know they're being watched. They have so much to prove, not just to you, but to themselves and everyone else. And that burning desire to prove their worth can forge a bond that's way stronger and far more reliable.
Now, this isn't magic. It's a process, a clear path. It starts with you both acknowledging that you were rivals. Then, a strategic opportunity comes up for you to work together. From there, trust isn't just handed over, no way. It's built, brick by brick, based purely on their performance. And only after they have consistently shown they can deliver does it become what we'd call real, proven loyalty.
And hey, this isn't just some modern business school theory. If you look throughout history, the smartest leaders, we're talking the emperors, presidents, you name it, they often surrounded themselves with former rivals. Why? Because they understood that those people couldn't just coast on an old friendship to keep their jobs. Their survival depended on one thing: being absolutely brilliant at what they did. So when you peel back all the layers, what this law is really about is a fundamental conflict. It's the epic battle between our emotions and the kind of clear, objective judgment you need to actually get things done and succeed. It's about separating how you feel about someone from what actually needs to happen.
Think about it like two completely different operating systems. The friendship mindset runs on emotion and shared history. Its goal is comfort and connection, but its major bug is bias and jealousy. The power mindset, on the other hand, runs on performance and objectivity. Its whole goal is effectiveness and results. They're playing two totally different games.
And that's really the core lesson here. The moment you let powerful feelings, whether it's affection or guilt or nostalgia, drive your critical decisions, your judgment gets compromised. It becomes unreliable. You stop seeing people for what they do and only see them through the lens of how you feel about them. And that is a recipe for disaster.
So, look, it's absolutely crucial to find the right balance. This law isn't telling you to become some cold, friendless robot. Not at all. It's a call for wisdom. It's about being strategic and smart in how you manage the different relationships in your life.
Let's be crystal clear on this point. The message is not never trust your friends. It's be incredibly careful when you start mixing the special world of friendship with the chaotic worlds of power, money, and authority. You've got to know where that line is and protect it.
So, to wrap this all up, what are the big takeaways? Number 1, don't just blindly trust friends when the stakes are high. 2,
You've got to separate your emotions from your big decisions. 3. Remember that a former rival often has way more motivation to prove themselves. 4. Keep your professional life professional. And finally, the golden rule here. Judge everyone by their actions, consistently, not by your feelings for them.
And that really leaves us with one final question to think about. I want you to take a look at the people in your own life, both at work and at home. Who are you judging based on what they actually do, on their merits? And who are you giving a free pass to, just because of how you feel about them? The answer, well, it just might surprise you.